Chapter 56. After 1 hour, in Alex's room. Alex opened the box he just got from Lisa's subordinate. This box contained 3 liters of Lugia blood and a large Lugia scale filled with Lugia's psychic power. In addition to that, 5 Team Rocket Captain uniforms. Alex was very pleased with the purchase of these valuable items. He looked forward to Golbat and Ralts's evolution so that he can improve their potential. Scyther needs Steel from a half-blood legendary Pokémon to improve his potential. Alex's first choice would be Steel from Registeel. Although there are many legendary Pokémon that have a Steel type, it is better to get Steel from a pure Steel type Pokémon than Steel from other half-blood legendary Pokémon. Of course, he's not really picky about from which half-blood legendary Steel type Pokémon he can get Steel. Alex would be happy to get Steel from any strong, at least has LV40 and good potential, Steel-type half-blood legendary Pokémon. Alex took out all of his Pokémon and looked at their info for the first time after the system upgrade. Pokémon. Golbat, LV. 31. Type. Poison, Flying. Abilities. Inner Focus. Gender. Male. Potential. Deep Silver. Moves. Absorb, Ultrasonic, Astonish, Bite, Wing Attack, Confuse Ray, Swift, Haze, Leech Life, Innate Talent, Shadow Ball, ETM, Protect, TM Toxic, TM Sludge Bomb, TM Facade, TM Taunt. Pokémon. Scyther, LV. 30. Type. Bug, Flying. Abilities. Technician, Gender. Male, Potential. Deep Silver, Moves. Leer, Quick Attack, Focus Energy, Double Team, Feint, Fury Cutter, Wing Attack, Agility, Slash, Razor Wind, Innate Talent, Roost, ETM, Protect. Pokémon. Ralts, LV. 20. Type. Psychic, Fairy. Abilities. Telepathy. Gender. Female. Potential. Deep Silver. Move. Growl, Confusion, Double Team, Teleport, Disarming Voice, Lucky Chant, Magical Leaf, Heal Pulse, Innate Talent, Disable. Alex saw that all of his Pokémon have Deep Silver potential and suppressed his wish to scream out of joy. He was worried that some of his Pokémon only had Shallow Silver potential, and it would be difficult for him to get them to Gold potential. He was particularly impressed with Ralts's potential. One has to consider that Ralts has one more evolution form than Golbat and Scyther and can improve her potential 1 time more. Alex suddenly heard how he got a message on his TRH device and took his TRH device out of the pocket. Maria. Are you here at the base? You said you would come back today. Alex. Yes, I just got back. We can start training now if you want. Maria. Okay, I just rented a private training room for us. The room number is TR16, come ASAP. Alex. I'll get there in a minute. Maria. Okay. Alex was looking forward to showing Maria that her last victory was only due to luck and had nothing to do with skill. Although he has feelings for Maria, he also has his pride as a trainer. He felt that his first defeat was quite unfortunate and would not happen again. Alex left his room and went to the public training grounds. Private rooms are there at the public training ground. After 5 minutes, Alex stood in front of the private training room number 16 and rang the doorbell. Alex saw the camera in front of the door activate and thought. Is the camera there to protect the trainers while they are training their Pokémon? Team Rocket is quite a well-established criminal organization. After half a minute, Maria opened the door, whom Alex hadn't seen for 2 weeks. As soon as he saw her, he realized how much he had missed her. Maria looked at Alex, who was wearing a Team Rocket captain uniform, and was shocked. She did not expect that a trainer, whom she had defeated just 2 weeks ago, would stand in front of her in a Team Rocket captain uniform. Alex saw her shock and said, with a smile, "Long time no see, Maria." Maria recovered from her surprise and said, "Unbelievable. After only 2 weeks, you are already a captain. How did you manage that?" Alex smiled and said, "I impressed a Team Rocket executive and got promoted straight away. Before that, can I come in?" Maria noticed that she was blocking the entrance and moved away for Alex to enter. Inside there, Alex saw the large Arbok and a small Sandshrew with an intense look. Pokémon. Arbok, LV. 28. Type. Poison. Abilities. Intimidate. Gender. Female. Potential. Shallow Gold. Move. Poison Sting, Wrap, Leer, Acid, Bite, Haze, Glare, Poison Jab, Innate Talent Headbutt, Innate Talent Iron Tail, Innate Talent Rock Slide ETM Protect, TM Sludge Bomb, TM Toxic, TM Mega Drain, TM Facade. Dash. Pokemon. Sandshrew. LV. 20. Type. Ground. Abilities. Sand Veil. Gender. Female. Potential. Silver. Moves. Defense Curl, Scratch, Poison Sting, Sand Attack, Swift. Fury Swipes. Dig, Innate Talent Facade, TM Protect, TM Headbutt. Dash. Alex had to say that Maria's Arbok exceeded his expectations slightly. Arbok, who has not been trained in the wild, is only 3 levels lower than Golbat. It shows what an abnormal talent Arbok has. Alex noticed that the difference between Deep Silver and Shallow Gold is higher than he expected. For example, the difference in talent is smaller between a Shallow Gold Pokemon and a Gold Pokemon than the difference between a Shallow Gold Pokemon and a Deep Silver Pokemon. Alex pulled out all of his Pokemon and said with a smile, "How about Arbok vs Golbat rematch?" Golbat, who came out of his Pokeball, saw Arbok and immediately recognized who it was. He remembered his first and the only defeat in his life. He is deliberately ignoring his loss against Scyther and looked at Arbok furiously. He wanted to wash away his only shame in life. Author's thought. Pokemon's potential. Shallow Normal, Normal, Deep Normal. Shallow Bronze, Bronze, Deep Bronze. Shallow Silver, Silver, Deep Silver. Shallow Gold, Gold, Deep Gold. Shallow Diamond, Diamond, Deep Diamond. Chapter 57. Golbat and Arbok stood across each other with a distance of 10 meters in a relatively big Pokemon battlefield. Alex and Maria got ready for the rematch. Alex counted down. 3, 2, 1, let's start. Maria had learned from her last fight and said, Arbok, use Glare. Alex knew that Maria would try that and said at the same time, Golbat, use Taunt. Both Pokemon tried to use their moves as quickly as possible. Golbat was a bit faster and used Taunt before Arbok could use Glare. Golbat won because he practiced this move a bit, in contrast to Arbok, who used this move only a few times. Arbok noticed that she suddenly couldn't use that move and looked angrily in the direction of Golbat. Alex saw that Golbat was faster and said, Golbat, fly above Arbok and use Confuse Ray. The private training room was over 10 meters high and could also be used to train flying-type Pokemon. Golbat had no problem flying several meters over Arbok. Maria responded and said winningly, Arbok, let's end this fight with Rock Slide. For her, it doesn't matter what Alex tries to do. Her Arbok has the Rock Slide on expert rank and does not need to be afraid of Golbat. With this mighty move, she doesn't think she will lose. Arbok tried to avoid Golbat's Confuse Ray but was still hit by the yellow ball and saw the world twice. Even though Arbok was muddled, she used Rock Slide on Golbat, who was just flying over him. Alex said, Golbat, you know the plan. Golbat heard Alex and quickly dodged the stones falling down on him from above and flew to the ceiling of the room. Rock Slide is a move that is difficult for flying Pokemon to dodge, but this move is not. Without any flaws. As long as you are at the height from where the stones are generating, you cannot be hit by Rock Slide. Because if there is no space for the rocks to form above him, how will it contact him and deal any damage? After his last defeat, Alex thought for a long time whether there was really nothing else he could do. After much thought, he came up with this strategy. As long as there is no free space above Golbat, the move Rock Slide is totally useless against flying-type Pokemon. Alex doesn't know whether he is the first trainer to come up with this strategy or not. He doubts that, but that doesn't really matter to him. Golbat, who had no free space above him, could not be hit by Rock Slide and dodged the attack effortlessly. Arbok, who was under Golbat, suddenly noticed that the stones were raining on her. And because she was still confused, she saw twice as many rocks and was unable to avoid the attack. She was even hit in the head many times and suffered critical damage from her own attack. Maria was shocked by how Arbok was gravely injured by her own move and questioned her talent as a trainer. Golbat and Arbok were roughly equal in strength now. And under normal circumstances, it will be a close match. Golbat has the higher LV, and Arbok has a super effective move against Golbat. But Alex, with the help of his tactics, made Arbok's strongest attack useless and turned it against the Arbok herself. Maria thought about what she can do and realized that all other ranged moves the Arbok can use are almost useless against Golbat. Arbok has to force Golbat into close combat in order to have a chance of victory, but that was impossible because Golbat prevented her from doing that from his first move. Although Arbok can jump 10 meters in the air without a problem, she would become a target for Golbat's attacks. And Golbat can easily dodge her attacks in advance. Golbat, who is now faster than Arbok, can easily evade such attacks. Maria acknowledged that she can't think of anything. And the way the fight was going on, Arbok would lose. That gave her self-confidence as a trainer a big blow. Her Arbok, who has better talent and a super effective move against Golbat, had lost without even injuring Golbat even once. Maria noticed that only to train in power and not to develop any tactics for her Pokémon was a big mistake. She got lazy after the win against Alex and was overtaken after only 2 weeks. She thought because her Arbok has S talent, Golbat would never be stronger than Arbok in his life. Maria realized that talent is not everything. You also have to work, or else Arbok's talent is a waste. While Maria was thinking about it, she watched Arbok try to defeat Golbat herself. But no matter what Arbok did, she could hardly harm Golbat. She used Sludge Bomb, Poison Sting, and Acid to do a little harm. In contrast to Arbok, Golbat had a good ranged move to harm Arbok, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball, on the expert rank, has a devastating power that can knock Arbok out of action after just a few hits. Arbok, who was bleeding all over her body, knew that she couldn't win this fight. But she still kept on fighting. As long as her trainer didn't tell her that she lost, she believed she could still win just like last time. Maria saw how Arbok was suffering more and more damage and said with an unwilling face, "We give up." Hearing that her trainer had given up the fight, the expression of unwillingness and anger appeared upon Arbok's face. Maria saw Arbok's face and didn't know what to say. Golbat heard Maria give up and flew in the direction of Alex with a happy expression. Alex hugged Golbat and said, "What did I tell you? We are the strongest." Normally, Golbat would flee from Alex's embrace and look at him with a disdainful look. But this time, he celebrated his victory with Alex. This victory was very important for Golbat. This victory showed that with hard work, he and his trainer can achieve anything. Golbat, who was happy about his victory, was filled with strange energy inside his body. Suddenly Golbat's whole body started glowing. Alex immediately knew what was happening. Golbat was evolving. Chapter 58. Alex saw that Golbat was starting to evolve and took out the 3 liters of Lugia blood that he had bought from Lisa. He put the Lugia blood in front of Golbat and told Golbat that he should drink it immediately. Golbat smelled the seductive smell of blood, and without hesitation, began to drink it. Golbat drank all the blood within a few seconds. Alex noticed that Golbat's glowing got brighter when he drank the blood and thought that the high cost of buying Lugia's blood from Lisa was worth it. Golbat was shining brighter and slowly began to change his shape. After 20 seconds, Golbat stopped shining and showed the world his new body as Crobat. Crobat was now a little bigger than Alex and could be used as a flying mount. Alex immediately looked at Crobat's info. Pokemon. Crobat. LV. 32. Type. Poison, Flying. Abilities. Inner Focus. Gender. Male. Potential. Shallow Gold. Moves. Absorb. Supersonic. Astonish. Bite. Wing Attack. Confuse Ray. Swift. Haze. Leech Life. Innate Talent Shadow Ball E. Innate Talent Fly. Innate Talent Cross Poison. TM Protect. TM Toxic. TM Sludge Bomb. TM Facade. TM Taunt. Alex noticed that Crobat successfully improved his potential and that he even got 2 new innate talent moves. Fly is a move that Alex wanted to buy anyway and train it on the expert rank. Getting this strong move as an innate talent move is like winning the lottery for Alex. Getting Cross Poison as an innate talent move isn't optimal for Alex. He was not sure whether to be happy or not. Crobat already has a good poison move, Sludge Bomb, which is actually a better move than Cross Poison. It does more damage, can poison enemies more efficiently, and is a ranged attack. But Cross Poison has 2 main advantages over Sludge Bomb. 1. It's an innate talent move and can be mastered quicker than Sludge Bomb. 2. Cross Poison is a physical move and works better with Crobat's strengths. Crobat. SP. At 70, Attack 90. Alex thought about it for a long time and came to the decision to train Cross Poison instead of Sludge Bomb. Although Alex can have Crobat train in both moves, it is very inefficient and relatively unnecessary. Crobat has many moves that should be given more priority to train instead of a second Poison-type move. Alex saw Crobat showing off in front of Scyther and Ralts. He went in the direction of Maria, who was talking to her Arbok. Maria saw Alex walking in her direction and stopped talking to Arbok. Alex said with an arrogant expression, "What do you think of my tactics? Sometimes I wonder if am I a genius or what?" She said, "Alex, sorry, I'm not in a good mood right now. I'm still can't believe how easily Arbok and I lost. Even though it was actually my fault that Arbok lost so easily." Alex stopped the nonsense when he saw Maria question her talent as a trainer. He could understand this feeling of Maria. After his defeat against Maria, his self-confidence as a trainer also suffered a severe blow, and his mood was irritating for several days. He knows that Maria is actually a good trainer and that she only looks mediocre in front of Alex. She got Arbok to level 28 within 2 weeks with only indoor training and has caught another Pokemon with good potential. Although her Arbok has gold potential, it doesn't mean that every trainer can level up her Arbok as quickly as her. Alex said with a smile, "Everyone loses. As long as you understand why you have lost, you can easily improve. It's often been said that you learn more from losing than you do from winning. A well-known wise man once said, opportunity often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat." Maria looked at Alex and said, "Just because you've won once, you don't get to teach me now." Which wise man said that? Although it sounds good, I've never heard this quote before. Alex lied with an arrogant expression, "Of course, I am the wise man. Who but I can convey such wisdom?" Maria suppressed her laugh and said, And here I thought he was really a wise man. But I have to say, this quote is pretty good. I have a feeling you can be a good writer." Alex smiled and said, "Did you finally recognize my talent?" Maria and Alex started chuckling. They talked to each other for a while and started training their Pokemon together. Maria was still a little pissed off that she lost the fight, but she now feels better than before. After Alex and Maria had trained together for 3 hours, Alex went back to his room. In these 3 hours, Alex and Maria's other Pokemon also fought against each other. Scyther vs Arbok. Ralts vs Sandshrew. The Scyther vs Arbok match was relatively an easy win for Maria's Arbok. Scyther, who takes 4 times damage from rock-type moves, couldn't go into close combat against Arbok and had to fly at the ceiling like Golbat to avoid Rock Slide. The problem is that Scyther has a terrible SP. At of 55 and can only use the move Razor Wind as a ranged attack. Being forced into ranged combat as a melee fighter shows how heavily Arbok had countered Scyther. In contrast, with the Sludge Bomb, Arbok had a clean opportunity to poison and harm Scyther. Scyther, who had Roost on the expert rank, could delay the fight a bit and inflicted a little more damage on Arbok. But it wasn't enough for victory. The poison damages him more and more, and he couldn't do enough damage to Arbok per attack to win. Now Alex has to think of tactics for the scenario in which Scyther can't get into melee combat and has to win a ranged battle. And for how to shorten the distance in such cases. The Ralts vs Sandshrew match was more exciting than the other fights since both Pokemon had an equal chance to win. Sandshrew only had to hit Ralts a couple of times with Dig to win and had a lot better base stats than Ralts, who is still a baby Pokemon. Ralts was able to dodge Sandshrew attacks with Double Team and Teleport and reduce Sandshrew attack power with Growl. Also, Ralts' disarming voice was able to damage Sandshrew when she used Dig. And used Magical Leaf when Sandshrew wanted to go into close combat. Disarming voice does not work against Dig in Pokemon game. But realistically, that shouldn't be the case since sound travels faster in the ground than air. So going underground doesn't mean Sandshrew can't hear the disarming voice. So we have changed that fact. If both Pokemon had the same base stats, this fight would have been very easy for Ralts. But because Ralts' base stats are so bad, the battle became exciting again. Fortunately, Sandshrew had a bad SP. Deaf and couldn't take many attacks from Ralts. After an exciting fight, Ralts won this fight with a magical leaf attack that hit Sandshrew on the head and defeated her with a critical hit. Ralts herself was bleeding badly and would have been defeated after another attack by Sandshrew if she had not defeated Sandshrew with her last move. Alex even wanted to stop the fight in between because he was afraid that this fight would be too bloody for a Pokemon that was born not too long ago. But Ralts, who had a determined expression, made Alex change his decision. Chapter 59. After training with Maria, Alex went to the Team Rocket Shop Center. At the Team Rocket Shop Center, you can not only buy Pokemon but also exchange Team Rocket points for Pokédollars. Earning money is the prerequisite for Alex's next plan, which is already a success since now he has a lot of TR points. So he went into the direction of the Team Rocket shop. After 15 minutes, Alex left the Team Rocket shop with 200,000 Pokédollars. One Team Rocket point is worth 1 Pokédollar. Normally you have to pay a 5% commission on the money you are exchanging. But because Alex is a Team Rocket captain, he doesn't have to pay this 5%. Alex wasn't afraid of withdrawing so much money at once because nobody would be so stupid to attack a Team Rocket captain for so little money. Team Rocket captain are prominent members of Team Rocket. If such a member does not respond, an elite team of Team Rocket member is usually called in to investigate why this Team Rocket captain is missing. Alex then leaves the Team Rocket base and makes his way to the black market of Pewter City. Every big city has a black market that is ignored by the Alliance with a half-opened eye. Alex doesn't know why the Alliance ignores the existence of the black market, but he doesn't want to know either. If strength is not enough, then knowing too much can be deadly. The Pewter City black market is controlled by two criminal organizations, Team Rocket and the Hunter Guild. Of course, there are also smaller organizations that have little influence in Pewter City. But Team Rocket and the Hunter Guild are the big players in Pewter City. The Hunter Guild is an organization that buys and sells Pokemon. This organization has many members who catch Pokemon for the Hunter Guild and have a partnership with Team Rocket and other small criminal organizations. Team Rocket is the most powerful criminal organization in this world and has a share of control in almost every black market in Kanto and Johto. Compared to Team Rocket, the Hunter Guild is less influential in the whole world, but is very strong in Kanto and has a share of control in many black markets in Kanto with Team Rocket. Also, with a good relationship with Team Rocket, the Hunter Guild is the second largest criminal organization in Kanto and should not be underestimated. Of course, there are also many stalls with Pokemon trainers who sell cheaper Pokemon here in the black market than Team Rocket or the Hunter Guild. But although these Pokemon are often sold at a lower price in the stalls, most people still buy Pokemon from Team Rocket or the Hunter Guild. The reason why people prefer to buy the expensive Pokemon from Team Rocket or the Hunter Guild is that the Pokemon sold from the Pokemon trainer is often the Pokemon whose potential you cannot determine. In this world, only the potential machine can determine the potential of a Pokemon with silver or higher potential. You can also find it out by seeing if a Pokemon can use a move that it normally cannot learn. But unfortunately, this machine has a 10% error rate, where it cannot determine the potential of Pokemon. You can also repeat the test with the same Pokemon, but you would have to use 10 times the resources for the potential machine to be able to repeat the test. So that repeating the test costs 10 times as much, and the original price of 500 Pokédollars is already ridiculously high for ordinary trainers. Almost no trainer wants to pay more than a bronze Pokemon for a repeated improved talent test. These Pokemon are often sold at the stands and therefore are very unpopular. Most trainers do not want to play the lottery with their Pokemon choices and prefer to buy Pokemon, so they already know what talent they have. The reason why Alex was going to the black market is that he has found a sure way to earn money here and to see if a suitable Pokemon can be found here. Alex has the feeling that his team lacks a tank that can absorb the damage for the team. That's why he wanted to go to the black market and see if he could buy a suitable Pokemon for his team. He also has to buy a ditto to change his identity at will and to work for his plan to make safe money. Of course, the main reason he found a good way to make money safely is because of ditto. Alex thought about how he can make money and came up with a brilliant idea. The plan has 5 steps. 1. You buy ditto and make sure it listens to you. 2. You prepare 3 different suits. Team Rocket Member Uniform, Team Rocket Elite Member Uniform and Team Rocket Captain Uniform. 3. Swap your face and clothes while you Pokemon buy all the silver Pokemon that are sold too low by their trainers. For example, a silver Pokemon is sold for the price of a bronze Pokemon. 4. Go to the Hunter Guild and Team Rocket in the black market and sell 3 silver Pokemon in a Team Rocket captain uniform, 2 silver Pokemon with an elite member uniform, and 1 silver Pokemon with a uniform. Also, wait 1 day and change your face between the uniforms. If everything goes according to plan, you can sell 12 silver Pokemon relatively safely within 3 days. 5. With silver Pokemon, this organization almost always wants to have its potential tested, unless it is sold by a member of their organization like Alex in Team Rocket. If the Hunter Guild or Team Rocket wants to test the talent of the Pokemon and the normal test has failed, buy the repeated improved test that costs 10 times as much from the potential machine and then sell the silver Pokemon. Also, say, you've seen these Pokemon in the wild how it used a move that it usually couldn't learn, so you can explain why you were willing to pay such a high price for a Pokemon where you don't know the talent. Alex came up with this plan after thinking about it for a long time to earn money easily and safely. He uses the system advantages to get rich with relative safety. He's not stupid enough to sell Pokemon where nobody knows the talent in Team Rocket without changing his identity. If he just sells Pokemon in a Team Rocket, Lisa will quickly find out about it and ask questions that he cannot answer. Where did Alex suddenly get 12 silver Pokemon that were all silver after a repeated improved test? Lisa would probably get very curious how Alex knows that these Pokemon are silver Pokemon, and if she finds out with a little thought that Alex has the ability to identify Pokemon talent, Alex will be allowed to spend his life in a luxury prison. Probably she would overwhelm Alex with beautiful women and delicious food, make Alex happy so that he does not commit suicide, so that he can continue to find out the talent of Pokemon for her, but Alex does not want to have such a life. He doesn't want to lose his freedom for luxury. Chapter 60. Pewter City, Black Market. At the entrance of the Pewter City Black Market, a young man wearing a Team Rocket captain uniform was standing with a Crobat in front of 2 guards. One of the guards wore the Team Rocket elite member uniform, and the other guard wore the Hunter Guild uniform. Looking at these guards, you can know which criminal organization controls this black market. The young man was quickly led in by 2 guards. Ordinarily, the guards force weak Pokemon trainers to pay money to enter, but these guards did not dare to ask a person of a higher rank than theirs for payment. That would be suicidal. The young man who was just allowed into the black market was obviously Alex. Alex and Crobat were confidently walking in the black market and checking out the stalls of other Pokemon trainers. After 10 minutes, he found a trainer who was selling 3 Ditto. Ditto is one of the Pokemon that is very useful even if they have lower potential and are therefore also more expensive than normal Pokemon who have the same potential. And the fact that they are relatively difficult to find in the wilderness only increases their price. Alex was not surprised that this trainer was selling his Ditto here and not at Team Rocket or the Hunter Guide. Ditto can be worth a lot even without knowing the potential and can be sold here for more money than at Team Rocket or the Hunter Guide. A man around 40 years with a baby face and a large scar on his right cheek was sitting on a folding chair next to 3 glass cages where you can see 3 Ditto. When Alex got closer to the man, he noticed a LV-45 silver Gengar hiding in the man's shadow. Alex was not very surprised that a person who was selling 3 relatively rare Pokemon openly here was an elite trainer. When he went, he also looked at the info of the 3 Ditto. 2 Ditto only had normal potential and were not up to Alex's standard. But 3rd Ditto surprised Alex very much. Pokemon. Ditto. LV. 23. Type. Normal. Abilities. Imposter, hidden ability. Gender. Genderless. Potential. Shallow silver. Move. Innate talent, transform. This Ditto not only has shallow silver potential but also has a strong imposter ability. This Ditto has enough talent to be trained to fight. Imposter allows Ditto to immediately become a Pokemon that it can see and give the opponent no chance to attack before it can transform during the battle. The problem with training a Ditto is that when copying a Pokemon, the level, potential, and Pokemon's moves mastery cannot be replicated. For example, if Ditto transforms into Crobat and uses Shadow Ball, it cannot use Shadow Ball with the power or speed of the expert level that Crobat can. Although when it transforms into a Pokemon, it will copy their stats and ability too. But its HP will depend on its own LV. If the opponent is a Mega Evolved form, then it will transform into the Mega Evolved form too. Even without the Mega Stone. Using Ditto in a battle of Pokemon would be considered a joke in this world because no arena leader or Elite Four has ever used a Ditto to fight. But Alex doesn't believe that Ditto is really as useless in battle as the whole world thinks. Alex thinks that Ditto has high potential, which can be unlocked with the right training. He went to the man and said, "Hello, how much for this Ditto?" The guy looked at Alex's young face and said, 50,000 Pokédollars, and you can take one with you. Alex knew that the price was ridiculously high and said coldly, "Don't confuse me with a rookie and say a fair price, or else there is no more need of this conversation." The man looked at Alex and knew that Alex won't be fooled, and said, "I'm the only one here who sells Ditto, so you can save yourself some time looking elsewhere. 25,000 Pokédollars is my last offer, take it or go." Alex paid the 25,000 Pokédollars and then took the glass cage with Ditto. Then he went wordlessly with Crobat in the direction of a quiet place to be able to talk to Ditto alone. After 3 minutes, Alex found a relatively quiet place and put a glass cage with Ditto on the floor. Alex looked at Ditto, who was sitting quietly in its cage the whole time. He said, "Hello Ditto, I'm Alex, the trainer who bought you. I can imagine that you are not very happy with being sold without having a say in it, but I hope that you will give me and my family a chance to become your friends." Ditto looked thoughtfully at Alex and shook its head after a few seconds. Ditto does not trust the words of any human being since it was captured. Alex saw that Ditto was open to the idea, only that it didn't trust Alex and therefore refused. He took Ralts out of her Pokeball and asked, "Ralts, can you tell our new friend how I treat you and the other Pokemon?" Ralts heard Alex's request and nodded to Alex. She walked towards Ditto with a cute smile. Ralts is a Pokemon that can capture the emotions of humans and Pokemon. And that's why her words are very credible. Alex looked calmly at how Ralts was talking to Ditto and said to Crobat, "It's unbelievable how easy it is to conquer Pokemon now." After a few seconds of reflection, he said with a stern expression, "Wait, only you gave me so many problems when conquering. I sometimes ask myself whether another rookie trainer would be able to conquer you within 7 days. Well, there is a higher probability of you killing your trainer before he can conquer you." Crobat looked confused at Alex and said, "Yes, and what's the problem with that? Only the best trainer is allowed to use a perfect Pokemon like me. And all other trainers who have dared to overestimate their skills lose their lives." Alex smiled and said, "Am I imagining it, or are you becoming more and more arrogant? By the way, what do you mean by other trainers? That sounds like you have experience regarding it." Crobat looked at Alex and said with a smile, "I was given 4 times to Team Rocket rookie trainers as their trial Pokemon. And the first 3 times, I killed the incapable people who tried to be my trainer." Alex looked at Crobat and said with a helpless face, "I wonder why doesn't this surprise me?"